Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel and welcome my Leos to your April monthly zodiac reading. I'm just clearing the cards, clearing our space, and a few quick notes. Of course I wrote down so I didn't forget. Just wanted to remind you that this is a collective reading. You're not the only Leo that I'm reading for, so remember that. Use your intuition, always trust yourself and your guidance, and be very discerning. It's really important. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, know that energies are fluid and that people have free will. So sometimes it's easy to get stuck on the outcome, and I always like to give that reminder. So let's dive in and begin. We are going to start with the angels and ancestors oracles to see what guidance they and the universe has for you for the upcoming, or this upcoming month, I should say, in April. I'm feeling just like a relief, like a quietness from you all. I was thinking all the fire signs, because I just did Aries and I'm doing your reading for you all, my Leos, and I was just thinking everyone was going to be hopping and bopping and just moving around like popcorn. But I'm getting such a calmness, such a just laid back vibe. Many of you may have been resting, may have taken vacations or taken time out for yourself. Okie dokes, we are ready. Let's see what messages your ancestors and angels and the universe has for you, for your soul guidance for the month of April. Oh no. Similar, your energy is very similar to Aries. The cards don't want to come out. Are you all processing something as well? I know there's been a massive amount of change in the last several months, and especially since we left the Pisces season, many of you may still be recuperating and wrapping things up and transitioning, or some of you may be feeling on the other end of the spectrum overwhelmed. Wow. Okay, I got two. We got Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. I totally get Leo vibes. And there's dragons. This is a dragon behind. And the grasshopper. Wait, I don't think it's a grasshopper. It has another name. It's out of my head right now. You also got the same card Aries did, Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. Wow, just a lot of transformation. Some of you want to jump into something right now. I'm getting endings for you. I'm getting similar energies for everyone. There were endings for you, and some of you are ready to jump into that next phase of your life. And a lot of you have undergone personal transformation. These also may be your spirit animals. Many of you may connect to the wolf, eagle, snakes, or birds in general. But I'm also getting dragons coming forth. Some of you are working on balancing your life right now. Some of you may have Libra aspects in your chart, sun, moon, I should say moon rising. I think I said that in Aries, sun, moon. Obviously, if you're a Leo sun here, you're not going to be a Libra sun unless maybe you're on the, no, you can't be on the cusp. There could be other elements. You could have other placements in your chart. I'm getting balance. When we work with dragon energy, it's massively transformative. It's similar to working with like malachite, the stones, the tektites, malachite, moldavite. I'm sensing a lot of transformation within, and a lot of you are approaching things a little bit differently, but you want to jump in because of how you've now gone through a process of sorts. I'm getting inner transformation. Many of you are just now seeing things coming about in your reality. It's a little bit different than the other energy I felt. Many of you have been working on your sacral chakra, I should say, and have gotten more passion, more creativity back and you're feeling that perhaps the Aries energy is helping to revive that. But you want to jump in, and I'm getting to be more cautious about it. The energy of Aries wants us to move fast, sometimes be a little bit impulsive and spontaneous. It's that enthusiasm, that zest and love for not just life, but for doing the things that we do. Be a little bit guarded and take some caution, just like that little, I'm saying grasshopper, but I know it's something else. I've heard it before. It's not a grasshopper. Some of you have your sights set on a particular goal this month. I'm getting social, family, work. There's just a lot of fluidity and movement. Just massive changes. Just with the shape-shifting and the dragons, a lot of inner change. A lot of you have been doing deep shadow work, inner work. Some of you are in therapy with undergoing or doing many different modalities. There's so many different types. Cognitive behavioral therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy, exposure therapy, EMDR, tapping, brain spotting, so many different types. I feel like a lot of you have been working on your inner self, your inner you. And this month, you're starting to see things from a completely different perspective because of the amount of work that you've done. I feel like this relates to the self. I mean, you're tapping into first house energy, but your fifth house. And a lot of you do want to start, I just popped open cards. A lot of you do want to start getting into things that make you feel alive, fun, bring up passion back. But take some guarded, cautious steps. Be a little prudent. That's the main message there. There's a lot of fire I'm getting. Whereas Aries, I felt a lot of water. There's a lot of fire here. Some of you maybe have other placements in Sag, Leo, Aries as well, besides your major placements. Again, whichever. I always say if you feel intuitively called to watch a reading based on something else, not just your sun and rising, maybe it was your Venus, Mercury, or North Node, do it. There's a reason for that. That's an intuitive nudge, and it's pulling you, and there's generally messages there for you to hear. Now we're pulling from the Starseed Oracle. Let's see what these starseeds have in terms of guidance for my Leos for the month of April. Many of you are interested in doing ancestral work but haven't started. Many of you love celestial astronomy, stars, but you don't know a lot about starseeds. Some of you are just beginning this journey. There's a lot of questions popping up into my head. Many of you are curious at this time. Many of you are just starting to tap into some of these different spiritual interests that you have been called to pursue or just to learn more about. Nope, we got one card, but I'm feeling called to pull another one. I can't turn it around. I don't know why until I pull the second card. The lights just dimmed. Okay, we got two. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? And again, this doesn't mean that you have to be a woman or identify as a woman or a feminine energy. It could also apply to any energies across the board, regardless of sex or gender. It speaks to this particular, it does tap into the feminine energy, but again, any gender on this earth can tap into either or. We have both energies. And this is ironic. Perhaps not so, because Leos are generally the leaders, and they're the lions, they're the courage, they have their heart on their sleeves, and they come out and they love being in the spotlight. So some of you may be getting ready for a shift in your career. I'm getting promotions, elevations, glow-ups, that's the word, glow-up. Some of you are glowing up. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to your title is changing. It can mean you're just getting an expansion of goals right now, expansion of doing other creative projects within your career, in your field. I'm getting a lot of mission, career related right now. Some of you may be the leaders of your friend groups because you bring in a lot of the fun energy, a lot of the excitement. You know a lot of the fun places and things to do, so you come up with a lot of those plans. And some of you are stepping into leadership positions. That's going to mean something different for everyone. That could mean if you're in a family unit, maybe you are a parent and you are the leader of your household. Or in your work, maybe you did get a promotion, like a physical promotion. Now you are not just an associate, maybe you're a manager, a director, or even higher up, VP, or some type of executive. But I'm also getting a lot of you have been doing a lot of expansion in your work, career, creativity areas that has only made you continue to want to dive in more. So be careful of burnout. Yes, you're great leaders. Many of you are empathetic, thoughtful, adaptive leaders. And people love you for that and they appreciate it. But be careful of burnout. I'm getting a lot of balls. Carefully examine every ball that you take into your sphere. Some of you may have Libra aspects. I'm getting balance in my head. This is beautiful. Is this Sekhmet? I'm not solid on my Egyptian gods, but I see them back. Some of you may connect. I'm getting transformation as well. You all are just coming up with a completely, it's just like you shed a layer, like a snake or a lobster. You literally transform, like a metamorphosis of sorts. A lot of clarity for you guys. Some of you are experiencing spiritual awakenings, or I'll just say radical ascensions. The second, look at what we got for the second card, awakening. I'm not kidding, you guys. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We got the moon here. Some of you may have moon aspects because we do have moon here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, in any of your placements. I'm getting Mercury, Venus, and your moon sign. Look at this. Some of you are experiencing an awakening right now. Some of you, this is new. Maybe that's why I just started getting all these questions about certain things. Some of you are just, you're curious, you're excited, you are bubbling with a lot of things to do and you want to jump into it. But be careful, because many of us, and I'll say when we start our spiritual awakening, and it's unique for everyone, but there are commonalities that we can share to help others. You're going to start getting a lot of signs, synchronicities, messages, just things that you're like, wow, this is deja vu or a coincidence. And it's easy to be like, okay, now I want to learn this, this, and this, and this. And that's apart from what you're doing, which could be very different. Your career, your work could be very different. But a lot of you are starting to, I'm just getting a lot of excitement. Just be cautious, take things one at a time. Keep a journal with ideas, with things that flow to you, because a lot of you are getting that creative flow at this moment. But always look at each ball. Don't be quick to jump in and be like, okay, I'm taking this, this, and this. Because you are a leader, but be careful of burning out. An awakening in itself, it's absolutely transformative. No wonder you got the shape-shifting card. You transform inside and out. And sometimes when you come out or during the process of it, you're like, oh my gosh. You see people, places, things, everything, a completely new perspective. It's like someone gave you a new pair of glasses. Your life is not the same. Wow. April, a lot of you are going through this. And there's a new wave, especially in the spring. I just felt it. A new wave of the collective going through massive awakenings. And so this is not a coincidence. Whole new way of being. I feel like by the end of the spring, many of you are going to be in completely different spots in your life. Many of you are going to be, I don't want to say this, but I got it, are going to be leaving partnerships. People, like the people that you're around, and that could include partnerships, friends, even work colleagues. If you work independently, they're going to be different. You're going to be slowly phasing out. A lot of you are being called to move your life in a different way. You're getting very intentional. This is really all about your self journey. I mean, all of these readings, I like to tap into your soul journey. But this is really transformative, starting from the inside out. And many of you are just in the first steps or in the beginning, or you just recently had an awakening, or it could be coming for you. I would say for many of you, it's already happened. Most people that haven't had an awakening may not watch this. We got two moonology. You all came out through here. Look, new moon in Leo, shine. Look at this. I can feel it. You guys have a lot of creativity, a lot of, yes, creative energy, creative ideas, intuitive flows and nudges coming to you fast, really quickly. Some of you may be energy healers, maybe working on your, I'm getting sacral chakra, also solar plexus, for confidence, for trust, for leading. This also could be tied to your mission. I'm getting that. Some of you are being called to step up, and it could be scary as F. But remember, my Leos, you're meant to shine. You're ruled by the sun. Even if you don't know the next steps, just follow those crumbs, those positive little breadcrumbs, because they're guiding you along the way. This may be leadership, not in the way that you think. It could be leader in terms of helping raise the consciousness for the earth, for others. Some of you are changing careers, or moving into spiritual areas. Not overnight. I'm not saying April you're going to go from finance or corporate jobs and you're going to start holding spiritual retreats. No, but a lot of you are starting to get signs, and you're feeling like a pull in your heart, and even passionate, because a lot of these ideas that are coming to you, they're not always related to what you're doing. It's really exciting. The second card we got, first quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kind to self. Some of you may have Capricorn in your natal chart. Leos can be very self-critical of themselves and judge themselves despite their generous, loving heart. Got a lion's heart for sure. And if this is happening within your career sector, your mission, your purpose, a lot of these can be intertwined. It's very much tied to your identity, and it could be a shadow aspect of Leo's, is the ego. You could be taking a lot of this personally. You could be wondering, like, what the hell's going on? I always did this. This was who I was. This is who I am. But you're not. I'm getting like your passion, your drive, it could be going elsewhere. Why am I getting so much change in these areas for everyone? I feel like there's a complete mission realignment happening. Be kind to yourself at this time and be open. And that's the hardest part when I say this, because I even struggle with it. Trust. Trust whatever it is that you're experiencing and what you're seeing. It's important. Okay, now we're going to pull from the Angel's Guide Oracle deck. Yeah, I'm getting solar plexus energy, but also heart chakra energy. Just like how you treat others, many of you are very generous and loving with others. You're very loyal, fiercely loyal of your tribe, of people that are closest to you. You will do anything to protect them. Give that to yourself first. I'm being dead on serious. It's so important that you nurture yourself. Take the Aries energy as well, of first house of self, and put yourself first. I'm feeling this month it's all about you. Like it should be for all the signs, not just because we're in Aries, but you got to put yourself first before giving to others. I'm getting a lot of confusion mixed in with questions. I'm just getting so many questions about different things relating to life path, to mission, to spirituality. You all are curious. You want to know. There's like a fire burning under you. Okay, let's see what angel guidance, or what angels, I'm trying to think of the verbiage, what message angels have in store for you. What guidance for April. There we go. These cards to me, they scream Leo. I just get sun, blaring sun. Don't forget to get a lot of sleep. I got called to say that. Some of you may be wanting to move, but sleep. That's going to help you, especially with the awakening. Your bodies, like your physical bodies, not just your spiritual, your soul body. Like it's the body in its entirety, mind, body, soul. It's going through major upgrades, and that can affect you. Some of you may be more hungrier than usual. I'm getting extra hungry, but it could also be the opposite. You may be not eating as much. You may have a decrease in appetite, but a lot of you may not be sleeping well. So prioritize that this month. It's going to help you a lot. Does this not scream Leo with this giant ass sun? It looks like the sun is kind of exploding into a nebula of sorts. Mother, Father, God, you all are connecting to your divine team, to spirituality. This is awesome. This is such a confirmation. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart. I'm getting Mother Earth, Gaia, Mother, nurturing feminine. Some of you are really coming into new union with your divine feminine and masculine, and are learning to balance that. And I'm feeling like with this awakening, a lot of you are just connecting to spirit. You're getting messages from your spirit guides, and they could be your ancestors, crossed over loved ones, but they could also be other entities. You're feeling things, you're seeing things. Some of you are clairvoyant, and many of you, I'm getting, are clairsentient. It doesn't mean you don't have other clairs, other psychic abilities too. Look at that. I think this is gorgeous. I love the colors of these. Oh. Let's grab our final card, our self-care oracle for April. Wow. I'm wondering how many of this just resonates. How many Leos resonate with this? Are any of you recently awoken? Awoken? I got confused about that verb. About the past tense. I think it's awoken. Did that happen recently for you? I remember when that happened to me, it was literally like I was dropped in a new planet, in a new time frame. Everything, even though things are the same, everything seems so different. And a lot of you are just, it's all happening so fast. That's the thing. That may be why many of you are feeling a little bit more tired than usual, but wanting to go ahead and do things. Because of the sudden and drastic. It's like happening really quick. I'm getting an element, even though the element of time here on Earth is different, I'm just getting sudden movement, sudden integration. Like these computer upgrades, they didn't happen, like all the different ones, let's just say for Mac or Apple OS or Windows or whatever. They have several of them throughout the years. It's like 5 of them that we see in 5 years happen to you in 1 month. I'm getting that strong feeling. You guys have just become very aware of a lot of different things, illusions, things that you want to leave behind, things that you want to embrace and continue. You guys are, I'm just getting an awakening, spiritual awakening for you all. Let's pull a self-care oracle. This one jumped out. Write a gratitude list. 55. That signifies massive ass changes. We could also deduce that, right? 5 and 5 is 10, which is completion. Some of you have just completed your one chapter in your earthly life, and a spiritual awakening, I kid you not, it's like a whole new chapter, and it just gets even more adventurous. A gratitude list, it's a beautiful way to tap into the heart, to show appreciation, and to almost help you balance that generosity. It's that give and take, right? So if you don't already have a gratitude practice, You can, writing, I mean, there's a lot of empirical research that says writing it is better. It connects not just to yourself, to your heart, and allows you to really feel things. But you can also speak it. And that's one way for you to help integrate some of these changes, to help give you some semblance of control. Because with an awakening, there's massive changes that you're going to be going through. Massive. Especially internally. That's the thing most people don't realize. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be changing jobs, moving, leaving careers, leaving friends. Yeah, that'll happen. But a lot of the change with these awakenings and the ascensions, they happen inside first. And then you see them materialize on the outside. And whoa. 1 month can look different from the next month, even a week. For me, the last 3 months, everything has just been rapidly accelerating. So I feel like this will help you all, my Leos, gain some semblance of control and focus on the good things and the blessings that have been happening in your life, to call more of that in, more of that abundance. Because a lot of you all ruled by the sun. And 5th house of passion, of things that make you feel good. So focus on that. The more you focus on the things that you want and the feelings that you want to bring in and emanate and things that make you feel good, the more of that comes into your life. And I was not always like that, so I'll just tell you. I always used to focus on the negative, and sometimes I do. I'm human. Wow. Month of transformation. So some of you have awakened recently. Some of you are currently in the process of awakening, and some of you are about to. I think for very few that are watching this, very few of you are about to awaken. So get ready, be open, be very careful about taking any impulsive moves this month. I would take a step back, because when you awaken, it's like you want to change things. Sometimes you're like, what? That was my best friend for 20 years? Not anymore. Be careful about making any rash decisions. Take some time to let this stuff integrate. Journaling. I also see this as journaling. Journaling, writing things out, talking to someone that you trust, that won't make you feel like you've lost your marbles. It's so important for someone to validate your reality. You might be calling in new soul people, I'm getting, but this is another way to process what's been going on. You guys are, a lot of you are light workers too. You have missions here. This is all related. I'm getting strongly to your soul purpose, your mission. This could be related to some of your careers. Some of you are changing and moving into spiritual, so wow. But you all, your energy through it all is going to carry you through it. You all are the courageous lions of the zodiac. So know that whatever changes that are going through, and it can be challenging. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a piece of cake. It's not rainbows. It's not love and light. Awakenings they can be harsh, brutally. It's like an honesty mirror was thrown in front of you, and you see things now for how they really are. But you're going to be shining in no time. I hope this resonated with some of my Leos out there, and I would love it if you could like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you soon. Thanks.